All right, can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, just a couple, we'll wait for Verizon. We could have started about 15 minutes ago, but where did you go, Mary? Did you have an app or something? Did you have an app?
YMCA.
Oh, Murphy time as always, yeah.
Well, because from YMCA.
All right. So, as you know, always kind of tough herding people, so once they move, you never get them back. So, we're going to be in this position for, I'd say, 20 to 25 minutes or thereabouts, because Mary didn't want a long closing speech at the end of the trial or reception or whatever. So that will be the time limit after that, and just because of the logistical challenges here. Then over on that side, there's going to be dessert and coffee there as well. And as we're speaking, they're going to come around with the champagne flutes for the toast, which will be given by Kathy. But before we start, we've got a couple of things to cover off. And I let a few snippets out, a few modest press releases about what I was going to do, because, as my counsel said, Dave McDougall was a very well-to-do lawyer here, and he's actually responsible for our power rates increasing year over year, or something to that effect. Anyway, he said, if you can picture an isosceles triangle somewhere between a full-on celebrity roast, a wake, and the Seinfeld Festivus airing of grievances, that's where we want the next 20-25 minutes to come in. And I designated a couple of criers. One was Kathy. She refused because her makeup would run. I asked Francesca last night, and she says, "No, I don't cry, I'm British." Doesn't care too much about people. So, anyway, we're going to have Jack's sister come up to say a few things. But first, I'd be remiss if I didn't go on the record to say I'm more of a New Testament person, and I had a couple of issues with what was chosen for me to speak today, the Song of Songs from Solomon. So, to reiterate, because I know we'd like to rehash what was done at the ceremony earlier today, just if you can listen to these a little bit closer, okay? Many of you have read, I think it's William Butler Yeats or James Joyce or whatever. Listen, my lover, look, he comes leaping across the mountains, bounding over the hills. My lover is like a gazelle or a young stag. Look there. Now, remember, I am her brother. You think I want to be reading this stuff? Okay. So it's like what was the guy, Fabio, on the cover of those Harlequin romance? I can't believe she's getting me to read this. So the picture, now I won't take off my shirt now, but my chest isn't hairy enough. Although from what I'm told from the younger set, hairy chests are kind of passé. See, the winter is past. The rains are over and gone. Flowers appear on the earth. Blah, blah. The cooing of the doves. Between the cooing of the doves and the stag, I don't know if this is a Harlequin romance, or I felt like Marlon Perkins and Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom. Anyway. So maybe I was missing something, but anyway, my recommendation is New Testament. I loved Sue's, this morning I printed off, I thought I was going to read it, and then obviously I got the short end. But that being said, and well, this is the penultimate of my speech, I'll leave that for later. So anyway, I met Bill and Sue English only, it seems like a lifetime, about 2 days ago, and Sue is going to come up and give a little speech to Jack. Now, just a quick thing. I mean, you have to pick things up as quickly as possible. So, Bill is a plumber, which is of use to me, but the timing is all off. Because for our wedding present, my sister gave me and my wife Andrea, although when I married Andrea, I thought I was getting a dishwasher, but that never materialized.
Okay, he's in trouble now. He's in trouble.
But it was a wonderful gift. Okay, it was something we needed. When I think about Mary and Microcosm, it was something that I needed, something that was desperately needed for the success of our marriage. It was practical, and it fit the kitchen. So she was so thoughtful in that. Now this week, after we're 12 and a half years married, I ran the numbers, probably 14,000 dishwashes. It has collapsed, so we have to get a new dishwasher. I'm ready to go on short-term disability due to stress leave because I'm washing dishes every night. So the point I'm getting at is part of our wedding present is I'm going to give the broken dishwasher back to Mary. Trade one set of problems for another. I think that's what Uncle Howard always says. And Bill's a plumber, so I'm going to have Bill stay a few days longer so he can install this kind of gratitude. Bit of a welcoming. But Sue's going to get up here. It was very interesting. So I can see there's Bill, the practical guy, the plumber, the one who makes infrastructure work in our lives. And there's Sue. I don't know what she does for a living, but she did tell me through Brock University, did a couple of tours in Africa, Namibia particularly, where she worked with the destitute, people that starved, people that didn't have enough drinking water, people that didn't have enough to live. I thought she was talking about New Waterford and Glace Bay. It was indeed Africa. So without any further, and look, see, I'm looking at my wife, Dave. I got that. Okay, so enough for me. That was a little snippet for Dave. Sue English, ladies and gentlemen. Come on up.
Okay, John, I want you to know that they have been grilling me for dirt on you, and I just not give it in, not at all. I'm very excited, and I'm very happy, and I'm very honored to be the one that's going to officially welcome Mary into our family and into the Wilson clan. It seems kind of strange because Mary's been a part of our family for quite a long time, and it seems like she already is one of the Wilsons. My brother and I are very close, and we're the quieter ones of the family. We don't say a lot, and we internalize a lot. But when John and I are together, it's not so much about what's being said. It's about the love that we feel in the room and the comfort that we give and the support that we give to each other. And it's very important to us. And John is very, very special to me. And I know that no matter what, no matter where I am, I can always count on my brother to be there for me. And I know that he's just always a call away. And I know that when I get things way out of perspective and go off, as Wilsons do, on a tangent, John is the one that will use the Wilson wit to bring me back down to earth. Katie and Mac and Andy I love them to death. They are very special people to me, and I'm very, very proud of them, and I know that they're just going to be amazing adults. So, these four people mean the world to me, and so it's not just anybody that can be part of that family and that can be in there. And as big sister, I get to say, whether or not I think that someone is good enough, and Mary is more than that. Mary is a very special person. Mary is someone who is very, very smart, very, very loving, and she's just a beautiful person inside and out. And I am so happy that Mary is going I'm so glad that Mary and John met each other. When I see John with Mary, I see something that I haven't seen before, and I see something that shines out of him that is love and is a completeness that wasn't there before. And so, Mary, thank you very much, and thank you for being my sister.
Thanks very much, Sue.
You know, this is trouble.
So,
you have props.
Yeah. So just as a point of clarification, when Sue was talking about John, she's referring to what I know as Jack.
Oh.
Because had she been referring to me, that makes that reading that I did all the more strange. That guy right there. So, I waited a long time to make my sister feel this uncomfortable. I want to have a few minutes of silence, just that dull silence like what's coming next. So, now who was I talking to? The duty councils at the back, right? Talking about Mary's life as a lawyer. They were kind of surprised that I would go up to see Mary in action from time to time, because like I said, I designated some criers. I don't want to cry myself, but this is certainly, a high point in my life to see Mary getting married today. Another high point would be to see her in action in court, because for all her indecisiveness about planning a party or a trip or some type of relationship with warring factions within her large circle of friends, to see someone to be very decisive to the point, grilling people so that they feel extremely uncomfortable, this is my one and only shot to get back at it. So it's, but certainly her talent as a lawyer, and I think a lot of you would agree with me, her talent as a lawyer, I think it's only surpassed by the loyalty to her friends and her family. When I kind of look around, and what time did you leave today?
1:30.
1:30. This is, and can you just get up, because we were talking about this with Mary. She was like, oh, he's not going to make it.
Stand up.
You got to tell the story, because it's going to make it's made the wedding for you.
But I really wanted to come, and then life events intervened, and I absolutely couldn't make it during the week. And then this morning, I just realized I can't not be here.
Yeah.
So I just did.
Talking with Mary, you can stand down now. We were just talking about, oh, geez, she's not going to make it, and sure enough, she did. I think that's the kind of loyalty that Mary gives and receives, I think, to all of us, which is a real treasure. As I say, you can have all the money in your life, but you can never get friendship back or the good times that you had. So that's, and when I think about this, hopefully it won't be on YouTube. But
Oh yeah.
So, anyway, a couple of things about Jack. Sue alluded to it earlier about people asking, some information, a little bit of background. I think given the legal brain trust, the family brain trust, some people in law enforcement that are now retired, but still, I think I got Peter to run the plates on Jack. We had a couple of CPIC investigations. To date, nothing has turned up. And Jack, if I can use this as a prop, Liam, put your hand out, Liam. Jack got more of, you better be good to Mary, with a nice firm handshake, better be good to Mary. So Jack has got the message loud and clear, but I can tell you after meeting Bill and Sue, just fantastic people that were welcoming into our family, as I hope we are welcome into yours. And anytime you need coffee, you've got it from me, but I'll take it from you. So, that's about it. I've got to keep moving on, and we've just got the drinks coming out. So, Mike, you can stand down. I have the floor. Stand down. I got lots to talk about yet. You can sit down. Yeah. So, listen very closely. And Dave, I worked on this after we broke camp last night, and I'm not even looking over by my wife, so I know I'm going to get the hook anytime. So there are so many things you can talk about Mary. Highly intelligent, loyal friend, always up for an adventure. If I could compare her to a ride, it's like the roller coaster. A roller coaster is a lot more fun than the merry-go-round, because the merry-go-round, after a while, the scenery's all the same, you want to get off. So that's what Mary's like. But now one thing, from a young no, stay on, bear with me, Mary, it'll make sense. And Mary, like, this is the funny thing. So many times we're good at some things, we're never satisfied with it in life. For instance, basketball players want to be rappers, football players want to be basketball players, lawyers want to be artists want to be whatever. Okay, so Mary, successful lawyer, wonderful aunt, tremendous friend. She has so many things going for her, but what she really wanted to be, was a dancer and a singer. I thought of all the things. I wanted to kind of be all-encompassing to illuminate this in a bit of an anthology, not of works she has created, but works that were part of her life that have stuck with her to this very day. To great embarrassment to me at times, I know to Jack, for the singing. As a matter of fact, this is PETA-free, what is it, protection of ethical treatment of animals, and the WWF, if they knew Mary singing, they'd be completely embarrassed. So, it's a bit of a segue. This, you might have noticed me bring in this prop. I don't know where it came from. It's a suitcase that Mary refuses to allow me to throw out. So I remember this as like this design is like a felt car cover in the late 60s, but it somehow ended up on this suitcase. So it's down in the basement. Now we're going to throw it out. Then we're talking about Mary and her life. So what I'm trying to do is combine really what her love is of family, good memories, and her legal practice with what she always wanted to be, was a singer and dancer. So starting off at a young age, I'll turn this around, hold on. Starting off at a young age, I think, now Mary, you will get your chance to speak. So, we start off with the picnic. I'll enter this as Mimi number 1. This is the first piece of evidence. That's the teddy bear's picnic. It's done many times. Okay. Your indulgence campaign. So this is what we're left with, the bunch of scenes.
Surprised. Every year that ever was the family here forever, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
Okay. Over here on that. Over here on that. Okay. So I can remember that sometimes you're blessed and damned at the same time with a good long memory of kind of singing this and very long words. So we move on, we proceed a couple of years, and now we're probably around, I don't know, 1970 or so, and all the rave would be the K-Tel records. That's Mimi number 2, Daffy Dances. Okay, honey, how am I doing? You give me the hook, okay. So, if you've ever seen Mary dance, okay, it's a situation unlike the police in Quebec coming down on the protesters. They gotta quash these things. It's gonna be bad. But just to let you know, that's Chubby Checker on the front. We had the twist, the mashed potato time, Bristol Stomp, the bunny hop, the hucklebuck. My personal favorite, thinking of Mary, the cool jerk. Okay. You guys say boo. What else was I left with? The Harlem Shuffle? The Locomotion? Limbo Rock? No. So that was my favorite. You're killing me. I love this. So I'll move a little bit quicker. And it's on the fantastic. Don't wait. I'm gonna pick up the pace. This, now hang on, I may not yet. This record, okay, gave rise to her first inklings in legal practice, because Vicki Lords, for those of you that like trivia, may remember her from the Carol Burnett Show, had one hit song, The Nights the Light Went Out in Georgia, when a lazy lawyer let a guy go to murder and was hanged because he didn't do his job. Supper was getting cold and I got to get home to it. Mary always has worked overtime for her clients.